I am a person who is having a hard time with the state of the world at the moment. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling all of the feelings. And I believe that changing the world starts with changing ourselves. It starts with healing our own selves, whether that healing is healing generational traumas, healing ancestral traumas, bringing it back to self-love, healing inner child wounds, so that we can just bring it back to love. And the more that we can sort of love ourselves, the more we have a capacity to love other people, and the more compassion we can have for other people. The world at the moment is feeling beyond my threshold. So I wanted to share a tool that might be beneficial. There's a couple of things in EFT that can be quite helpful to just process the emotions that you might be feeling with everything going on right now. The first thing that I wanted to do is, well, I was going to do two. One is called Tap and Rant. It is a sort of a process in EFT, or one of the techniques in EFT. If you're not familiar with EFT, by the way, it is emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping, and it is a way of helping to release stuck or blocked energies and emotions by saying things and tapping on specific points around your body. And so Tap and Rant is a pretty free-flowing way to just let it all out. So I was going to do a let it all out, and then a bringing it back to choosing how I choose to feel in this moment. So so if you haven't done EFT before, there are specific points. I'm not going to get too into it. I can post another video on that some other time. But the points are as follows. The karate chop point is on the side of the hand. They all have to do with different meridians around your body. The inside of the eyebrow, right here, the little point, the side of your eye, sort of where your bone is on the side of your eye, underneath your eye, where the bone is, underneath your nose, the divot under your mouth, your collarbone, just underneath the sort of fleshy part under your collarbone, for underneath your armpit, if you are a woman, about where your bra line might be, about 4 inches under your armpit, and then the top of your head. For Tap and Rant, we'll incorporate an extra point, which is specific to anger, and this one is a bit tricky. It's not always incorporated because it's in a slightly awkward spot. You have to sort of hike your boobs up, and it is right about, it's just below the below your nipple, like sort of where it gets fleshy. So for me, I'll have to hike it up quite far, but we'll do that one. We'll incorporate that in. And so those are the points. We'll do them together. You can follow along. I recommend saying whatever you need to say. You don't have to follow me. Mine might be all bleeped out. I don't really know at this point. But do say what feels true to you. Whatever feels true to you is how things are emotionally released. And it can be quite powerful to do that. And then the next one that we'll do is a choosing one. But before we start, I always find it's good to just settle yourself in, put your feet flat on the floor, take a nice deep breath in into your belly, hold it for a moment, and then release out through your mouth. Activate that nervous system start to feel a bit of calm in your body. And set the intention to just to let this go. Like, let it go. Feel into it and let it flow through you. Because it's sort of the, like, it's the holding on to it when... It's the holding on to it that is the problem. So all the feelings are good to feel, but it's good to let them go. And emotional freedom technique is literally how you can do that. So tune in to the energy of your body. Take a nice deep breath, relax your shoulders, tune into the energy of your body and feel how all the things are feeling right now. And you might name what an emotion is. You might be white hot poker ragey. You might have a physical sensation in your body. You might feel like there's an elephant on your chest. You might feel a metal ball in your stomach. Whatever that might be, just give it a name it. You know, acknowledge it. Acknowledge what that is. And if you've got a pen and paper next to you, write down what. Rate that intensity of that thing on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being not at all, totally fine, and 10 being the most you can possibly imagine. And just either make a mental note or jot that number down for your emotion or the physical sensation, whatever is resonating more with you, or both of them. And then we will go through these, and as you go through it, be responsible for your own energy. This goes with any tool, any sort of therapeutic tool, which is what EFT is. Be responsible for your own energy, and if it feels too much, stop doing it and breathe, although tapping is generally what sort of helps push through, but just be responsible for yourself, always. Okay, so tapping and ranting. It's a good one. So we'll start on this is, it's a bit different than a regular EFT, which we'll do next, because you're literally just doing that, tapping and ranting. You can shout, you can scream, you can feel your feels, or you can be reserved and calm. But it just goes through the points, and I'm not going to ask, you don't have to repeat after me, just do what you feel called to do. So one round is one set of taps. Take a nice deep breath after that, and then see how you feel after that. You can re-rate the intensity. So yeah, we'll start just by tapping on the side of the hand, and I'm sort of channeling all of my feelings in my body, which is quite tight in my chest. Quite a lot of anger for all the things happening in the world that I don't feel like I can control. I mean, I can't control anything, and that's okay, but it feels way more than it needs to feel, and it feels like there are certain individuals responsible for that, and it makes me feel really angry, makes me feel really pissed off. I'm so mad, I'm so pissed off that there's so much hate in the world right now. I'm so pissed that there's so much that I feel like I can't control, and that I can't help with, and that I can't do. I feel really helpless. I feel helpless and I feel angry. I feel angry at the hate. I feel pissed off at the hate. I hate these that are in power, that are doing everything to kill people. They're killing all the people. I hate them. They hate them. I hate them. So angry. Ooh, find that anger point under the boob, lift it up. Oh, so mad. I hate it. I hate that I don't have any control. There's no control. It doesn't seem to matter what we do or how many letters you write. So angry. These feelings in my chest. All these feelings in my chest. Feeling so pissed. So pissed off. I hate them. I'm going to do another round because this is feeling pretty intense. all this killing, all this hating. Hate it. Hate it. I hate it. I hate feeling so powerless. It feels like no matter what I do, nothing helps. All they're ruining the planet, all they're killing the people. Take a nice deep breath in when you've completed your rant. I mean, I could go on for ages with that, but I will pause myself and check in with my body. And see how I feel. For the length of this video, I'm going to pause, but you might find it useful and a bit cathartic to do that longer. You might find it helpful to move that through you. Whatever you're feeling, whatever's coming up for you, you get the point. There's a lot of bleeps through there, probably. So that's tap and rant. I mean, it's useful for most things. I mean, that can just really be useful in your day-to-day parenting, partnering, lifing. It is a good one to just incorporate if you're having some elevated emotions. Yeah, hopefully that did bring some things down for you though. The next one is feeling some choices, leaning into knowing that you have a choice and being okay to release all of the yuck and bring in the yum into your life. So this one is more along the lines of following a script. So you can repeat after me if you want to, or you can say whatever feels right to you. But follow the same method. Nice deep breath in, find a bit of centering, calming. In fact, after that last one, you might feel called to just pause. And if you are a journaler or a writer, then writing anything that may have come to you. Maybe it was just a release, or maybe something came to you. I don't know. EFT works in magical, mysterious ways. And I tend to say that the more open you are to shifts, the more shifts happen. It's kind of cool like that. So with choices, we'll do a setup statement. So we'll use this karate chop side of the hand to do a setup statement, and then we'll walk through the tapping points, and you can repeat after me, or you can say what you want to say, whatever feels real and true to you. So same as before, tune into your own breath, tune into your energy. If there's any feelings going on in your body, they may have corresponded to anger. Mine felt quite angry, like white hot poker rage angry, generally directed at people of, we'll say, power, horrible people of power. And so when I feel into that, I feel quite angry, and just go ahead and rate whatever your feeling is, whatever you're feeling on a scale of 0 to 10, jot that down, take a little note of that, and we'll move through this, choosing a different way, choosing to be peaceful, choosing to be calm. The point is, I suppose, to know that if you have a sense of calm about you, you get to share that with others. You get to share that energy with others. You get to share the love with others. And like, the more we sort of start with ourselves and allow it to radiate out, the more we actually can change. But we all have to start doing that. And it can start with you. So you can follow along if you want to do this, or make up your own. Even though I feel absolutely disgusted by the people in power, and I'm angry that they're making choices to hurt and kill humans, I choose to remember that I can love first. And even though I'm enraged that so many people are being attacked for being who they are, I know that I can choose love first. And even though I feel powerless when I see what's happening in the world, I choose to spread joy, and I choose to find gratitude in each day. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then start on the inside of your eyebrow. I'm disgusted by how the world is at the moment. There's so many things that feel enraging and gross to me. And I feel really powerless every time I see news flashes or anything on social media. It just makes me feel so angry. The people in power are enraging. They're people that make me feel really disgusted. They're horrible people. And they're creating a massive divide on the planet. It feels so us against them. And it's really gross. All of this killing makes me very angry. The fact that people can't just be themselves and feel safe makes me very angry. I'm so disgusted. I accept that I feel this way. And I know that I can choose different for myself. I know that when I choose different for myself, that radiates out. Little acts of kindness can help other people. The more joy that I can spread, the more it helps other people that are probably having a really hard time. I can feel gratitude for my life, even though others are struggling. I can find things to be grateful for, and I can find joy in each day. I choose to be open to love. I choose to be open to love. I choose to be open to joy, and I choose to be open to love. I choose to let love flow through my heart, and I choose to spread that out as much as I can. Okay, but you take a deep breath in. Feel how that feels in your body. If there's any physical sensations associated with how you're feeling, any energy shifting. Do you feel calm, calmer? I also forgot to mention that while you're doing EFT, again, if you're not familiar with EFT, while you're doing EFT, there often are a lot of energetic releases that can happen in your body, and those can come in the form of yawning or burping, or you might feel energy within your body shifting from one space to another space, and that is part of EFT doing, as part of it working. So don't be alarmed if you were burping or yawning. So So go ahead and re-rate how you were feeling on a scale of 0 to 10 and see if that shifted anything at all. And, come back to this practice. You don't have to follow along with me, but obviously you can. Come back to this practice anytime you're feeling overwhelmed with life, with kids, with partners, with jobs. Both of those EFT techniques are really helpful in just processing and moving through and bringing you into a place of love and calm and clarity. And that's what it's all about, because that's what we have at the moment. So keep connecting, keep loving, and keep bringing it back to your heart.